Hey guys, welcome back to Go Spencer, and today we're starting a new series about grading cards. And in episode number 1, we're going to kind of go over what exactly is grading and kind of the pros and cons about it. And we got a lot of cards here, and these are some of our raw cards. These are kind of the ones like our keeper cards. These are just ones we kind of want to keep, and these are kind of like our more valuable cards. Alternate arts and that sort of stuff. So basically we're going to be doing a submission here soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record the whole process, and right now we're just kind of going to do like a general idea. I just kind of want to go through these using some online tools, which I'll show you here on the laptop in a minute, and kind of determine what cards would be worth grading. So why do you grade? We have, say we have this card right here, raw card just in a top loader here. Then we got this nice graded one. So first of all, the value. The price will go up depending on the grade. So this one being a PSA 10, will be about as high as you can go on here, with PSA anyway. So the value of this card has probably doubled by getting a 10 on this example right here. Plus this card is well protected. This is in a hard plastic case. Nothing bad's going to happen to this card in a home environment, besides like maybe a fire or something. But these can be kind of stored as they are, displayed, and I don't have to worry about anything bad happening to them if the plastic does get messed up. Now PSA's kind of got this matte finish on it, so it doesn't show like scratches as well. But if you were to have like this SDC one right here, being clear, if this thing was to get kind of banged up a little bit, I can resubmit it, and they just put it in a new case for me for $5 or $6 or something, not very much at all. So first thing we want to do is I just want to kind of go through all these cards and just get a kind of an idea of how many do I want to send in and why. So I'm going to make a few piles. I'm going to make some that I think gain the most value being graded. Then I'm going to do some that I just want to grade because I want to grade them. I don't really care. I'm not into reselling or anything, but some of you guys might be. But some of these are just like this series right here from Scarlet Violet base set shows the whole evolutionary line of Ralts growing old. This would be great to have. It's like sequential numbers because these are numbered. So if I could get these three, it would. I just think it would be a really nice display having these three graded together, especially if they all came back as 10s. I do have multiple copies of all these, so in the process of when I'm actually pulling these cards out and looking at them and determining if I think this would be a PSA 10 or not, it'd be nice to have these, displayed somewhere. My wife, Spencer's mom, really is a big Ralts fan, so I'd like to get these graded for her. But of course, we'll go through that later. But we're just gonna kind of go through some of these cards, and these older cards are a lot harder to grade than some of the newer stuff. And I think the Japanese are a lot easier. We may grade one of these. I really like these Mew cards. Do some of those. So we kind of go through. We got a whole bunch of evolution cards here. This is an older card from Diamond and Pearl. I think the value on it in the PSA 10 is roughly at like $1,000. So that might be something that we look at. I'd like to kind of maybe get that one. Of course, I'm going to make some piles here in a bit. I'm kind of going to go through and just look at these things under a magnifying glass. I'm going to compare the prices and see if it's even worth it, because it costs about $30 to grade a card at PSA, give or take a little bit, depending on, how many cards you're submitting and all that good stuff. So you're going to spend $30. You kind of want to make it, I don't want to grade, even though I really like this card. The price isn't there now. I mean, it could be in the future, but right now, no. A couple dollar card, even though I like it, it's in my like pile. We're just going to pass on that one for now. So we're going to kind of go through here. We got some older ones, but we'll be looking at condition, front and back. You got to remember the back too, guys. They look at those. And like I said, this pile right here I got now is just kind of cards I like and I didn't want to get rid of. So Most of these probably would not be in our grading submission, unless there's something that just sticks out as being, that'd be cool to get graded. I really like these Lugias, some Pikachus and Gardevoirs and all this stuff. Yeah, like I said, so what I'd have to do is kind of go through and check to see what the value on these and how hard it is to grade. I'll check the population report to see if there's a whole bunch. But I think most of the cards that we're going to get graded are in this pile right here. Like I said, this is all kind of like alternate art, SIRs, SARs, and all that stuff. So, nice desirable cards, chase cards, stuff like that. Like this one, definitely want to look that one over. Sabrina's Gengar, definitely want to. A couple of these alternate arts really aren't worth it. That's a fake. Check out this fake. I'm so sick of looking at that thing. I wish we could pull a real one. We'll keep going. But yeah, so basically what you're going to do is get your collection out, look it over, decide which cards do you want to grade the most, and is it worth it? You got to think that you're going to be adding about $30 to the price of everything. So, and also, like, what grading company do you want to use? Like this one right here is in really nice shape. I don't know if I want to do it in PSA. I might want to try to get a black label in that one because the value on it is a lot more. And again, not that I'm selling these, it's just I like to kind of know what the value of my collection is, Spencer's collection is at any given time. There's also too, English versus Japanese. Like I said, Japanese ones are a lot easier to get tins on than the English counterparts. So let me pull up the laptop here, and we'll maybe I'll go through here and pick out a few cards real quick, and we can check out the value, the population report. I'll show you guys where to look online to kind of get that information from. So we are on price charting right now. Price charting really shows you the current market for especially graded cards. They do have a raw value, but like usually if you're going to be buying singles, there's other websites that would be better. So this card right here, the Japanese, get that glare out of here, Japanese SAR version. You guys may recognize this English version from Charizard UPC. Right now, this card is about $20. So like I said, $30 to grade it. We're looking at PSA 10s only $51. So literally zero gain money-wise if you were to grade this card. But again, if it's a card you really like and you want to just have it graded, awesome. Go for it. But, kind of looking at this one over, just kind of doing the eye check. Your first thing you want to do is just kind of give it an eye check. Is it centered well? Do you see anything initially wrong? And then we'll put this thing under like a magnifying glass with some nice lights on it and try to determine the actual value. So this would be a card that, of course, it may go up in the future. We never know. So right now, currently at today's prices, grading it would not be worth it to me right now. So let's check out a few more examples real quick. Okay, we're going to go with one of my favorite cards from Paldea Evolved. This is the Magikarp number 203, guys. What a wonderful card. We were so excited when we pulled this thing, and we definitely want to send it in to get graded. However, I did drop this card straight on the floor when opening up the pack and showing it off on the video. So I might not see any damage, but we'll have to again check under the magnifying glass. Also, the eye test on this thing is kind of showing me that it may be a little off center. It seems a little bit heavier on the bottom and the left. But again, we'll measure all that stuff later. We're kind of going, we're going to go over what PSA looks for and their requirements to get a 10 with the edges and stuff like that. So you're looking at this card, $53 right now. Buy this card, $53. Great deal. But we look over here to PSA 10, that's $337. So that's seven and a half times the value of this card. Again, you would take the $30 off for the grading fees. So you're looking at making a $250 profit if you were to buy this card, grade it, and sell it right now today. So this price is, changing every day a little bit, but it looks like it's been holding steady for the last few months. It was up here a little bit, came down, but it's kind of trending up a little bit. So another thing, it's a good thing to kind of maybe watch the trends on some of these cards that you like, and just remember that this card will probably be at the graders for around 2 months or so. Currently, that's kind of the turnaround rate for PSA. So we got a few more cards here. Let's check them out. And so this card will kind of maybe go in like the maybe pile. You know, I already have the Japanese set and PSA 10s. I just don't know if I want to spend the money to get the English ones done up too. But of course, this card to me with the naked eye looks in really good shape. You know, this card's really been holding steady over the past year since this came out. We're looking at you know, prices, you know, drastically came down up to about April, but it's been going slow and steadily down since then. So we're looking at, you know, $61 ungraded, add 30, so we're looking at like 92 bucks. All these stupid ads. So, you know, if you were to grade this card today, you'd be looking at about a $40 profit. And again, right now we're just kind of trying to decide, you know, basically which cards out of all these that we just want to send in to get graded. Again, and I just wanted to show you guys price charting. There's a few other websites that can kind of give you information like this, and you can see what all the different grading companies are up to right here in different grades. So it's just one thing, it just helps you know ahead of time kind of what to expect. You know, if you just send in a bunch of cards, get them graded, get all excited, and then you check the prices afterwards and realize that you probably might have lost some money there, because some of these cards, the value just isn't there grading them. Like I said, totally different if you're collecting for yourself and you just want to have them in slabs and be just happy with that like we are. You know, we don't sell any of our graded cards. You know, these are for us. So we do sell, if we sell cards, I usually just take all the extra kind of, because we do a lot of openings on this channel. And so about every time I fill this little box up here with duplicate hits, because we do have binders and we do fill these binders. So when I get double hits of stuff, I usually sell this, like I'll sell this for a whole lot on eBay, or I'll split it into 2 lots. It kind of depends on how many cards I have total and the kind of like whatever the TCG player kind of value is on those cards. You know, here's an example of a card that I would love to get graded because I love this card. I love the symmetry of it. But our example is completely terribly off-centered. As you can see, this side is very skinny in the top, and the other side are very fat. So this card would not get a 10, even though the value from going from a raw card to a 10 is high. It's just, for me personally, and for a lot of people, you will have these off-centered cards that you just know right away are not going to do that. So unfortunately, as much as I want to send this in to get graded, no, just can't do it. Just won't happen. You know, then we get into some of these older cards that you will notice that the value is really, really there to get graded, but they are very hard to grade. It'd be very hard to grade a Team Rocket card. This card has been only in my possession for 6 months or so, but I don't know what this card's been through. And it may have a whole lot of little scratches and stuff that would not be evident to the naked eye, but once you get under it and look at it like a grader would, you would see a lot of problems. So yeah, I think that's about it for this video right here. So, you know, kind of basically what we're wanting to do is I want to get back 10s. Okay, 10s. I really don't want to get back 9s. You know, there are examples of cards that I don't care about the grade. We just graded this one. This is Spencer's very first pull about a year or so ago, and I knew it wasn't going to be a 10 based on the centering on it, and I figured it'd come back as a 9, and it definitely did. So it doesn't matter. This card means a lot to us, so yeah, so that's why that one is the way it is, you know. And you know, we got some 10s. We got a cool 3 right here. I just really wanted this card. You know, this one came back as a 9. I knew it would, but still, I just wanted to get it graded. So yeah, so stick around, like and subscribe, and click that bell icon. You'll get notified when we post new videos in this series and all of our other opening videos, guys. Like I said, we open a lot of cards on here if you're new here. definitely check us out. Leave a comment too, guys. I'd like to hear like your process on it too. And moving forward this video, I can try to get I want to give you guys like the best information on this too. You know, I don't want to lead you guys astray. I'm not saying you should grade your cards. Some people do. Some people really like it. We do. Some people just don't see the point in it. And I totally get that. It can be a huge waste of money. This plastic thing might not mean anything to you. Now this card is unplayable. You can't play with it. I do notice too that when we do get stuff graded, we kind of forget about it too. So there's that aspect too. But yeah, of course, leave a comment. Tell us, are there other websites that you guys particularly like to use? Please let me know. I really like to look at those too and check them out and let you guys know what we think about them. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and look forward to the future videos where we're going to kind of really go into a deep dive of checking out these cards and deciding, first of all, how many do I want to send in? Do I want to send in 10, 20, 5, 3, just one, you know? So we're kind of going to go over kind of all of our options here with the cards that we have, which you guys can translate over to your cards. You know, it's really about you and what your preferences are. So I'll try to cover a wide variety of stuff while showing you exactly what we are going to do with ours. So we'll see you guys in the next video.